Huh? Uh-huh. Can't sleep?
And you?
I woke up randomly and couldn't fall back asleep. I'll go back to bed once I get tired again.
How's your shoulder?
Huh? My shoulder? Oh, you mean where Dohalim smacked me? It feels a little off, but... it's fine. I'll manage.
Doesn't look like it's gotten much better. I'll give you some more healing. That should do the trick.
Hey, yeah, you're right. That feels much better. Thanks, Shion.
I've been thinking about what happened, and I was out of line. I know it takes more than a couple of bullets to bring down a lord.
Forget about it. It's fine now. We all got out of there safe, and now you've healed me up too. We're going to take down all the lords. That was the promise we made, right?
Yeah, I guess. But there was one other thing I wanted to ask you. Back at the palace, Law said you took that hit because you were worried about me. What was it you were worried about?
That's... kinda hard to explain.
Just tell me.
Well, for one, if we lost you, I wouldn't be able to use the blazing sword anymore.
Obviously.
But more important than that, I guess I just couldn't let you die. Honestly, I think that's all there is to it.
There you go saying stuff like that again. You never learn, do you? But...
Anyway, it's necessary so we can fulfill our promise, right?
Right. Glad you remember that much.
You okay? Anyway, I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Sleep well. What am I doing?
I sent Kisara back to town under the cover of night.
You do realize that she was searching for you all this time, right?
I wonder why. She never could let things go, ever since we were kids. Maybe she was keeping an eye on you all because she thought you might cause trouble. I wouldn't be surprised.
Do we need to be worried about her? She could easily report us.
Even if we could have kept her here, it would have just raised more suspicion. Besides, I want to believe in her.
More leaps of faith, huh?
Once we make our move, I'll send Zare to come fetch you again. Until then, stay close and try not to wander off too far.
Guess we're waiting on word from... I know he said it's necessary, but are we sure Miguel's plan is a good idea?
I mean, just because we came expecting a fight doesn't mean we have to have one.
If Miguel is right about Dohalim, we may have no reason to fight. Dohalim may have found a way to build a future where Danans and Renans can live alongside each other in peace.
Yeah, I guess that may be true, but I'm still not sure about this. I just can't bring myself to trust a Renan. I really don't understand what's going through Miguel's head. And as for him and Kisara...
He said they were siblings, right? But things seem kinda awkward between them. I was an only child, so I never had to deal with that kind of stuff.
Is their situation really that different from ours?
That's... I mean, I guess not, but...
The reality is that we don't know what's true and what isn't about Menancia yet. Until we know that for sure, let's not pass judgment one way or another, okay?
Yeah, okay. That's fair enough, I guess.
So let me ask you something, Rinwell. Hootle and Miguel's cat are both animals native to Dana, right?
Right. And Zoogles definitely aren't.
Well, duh. Those things are too hideous to be from here. Not that owls are any better.
Hmm?
Ow! Ow! I take it back! I love owls! Owls are the best! I swear!
Hootle's pretty cute, I'll admit. But I've also been rather partial to cats, too. What about you, Shion?
Huh? Who? Me? Well, I guess... I like them both. Nothing. I didn't say anything. Either way, the more I think about it, I've never heard of anyone keeping Zoogles as pets.
Is it because Renans only use them for practical purposes?
Yeah, that could be the reason. They were originally created to serve as beasts of burden, so to speak.
Hey, can you guys quit standing around and get him to leave me alone? I'm begging you!
All right. Right.
Finally. If only we could have flown with the wind to get here faster.
Oh, good. There you are.
You people again. You shouldn't be loitering around here. Don't force me to arrest you.
Think we've established you couldn't even if you wanted to.
What?
Law, quit it. We're not here to argue with you, Captain. We've got something to deliver to you. Here.
That's... That bracelet. Is that my brother's? Why are you giving this to me? I can't help but wonder what my brother is planning with all this.
I'm not sure. That said, I think he was being sincere about everything he told us back there. I've met a lot of good people fighting to liberate Dana. And I got the same feeling from Miguel that I did from all of them. I think we can trust him. I think you're a good person too. Otherwise you would report on us and the Gold Dust Cats, right?
What makes you think I won't?
Because Miguel trusts you. And that's enough for me to trust you too.
You're a pretty unusual guy, Alphen. Do you go around acting like that everywhere you liberate people?
What do you mean?
Sorry, forget it. It's nothing.
Okay. Anyway, I think we'll find out more about what Miguel's planning soon enough. All we can do now is wait and see what happens.
I guess so.
I guess we just wait for things to kick off.
Yeah, looks like we'll be staying at the inn another night.
Oh, it's Zare!
Hold on. She's got something tied to her collar.
Oh, she left.
It happens tomorrow. They want us to meet in that underground quarry.
Then we should prepare while we still can. We'll spend the night here at the inn again. Well, this is it.
Yeah. What angle is the Lord gonna take?
That depends on Miguel. Let's hurry to the quarry.
Look, it's all the owls we found. I guess this was their way of thanking us for finding them.
It looks like they're grouping up by color. Is that a thing?
Actually, the color of Dan and Owl's feathers is based on their maturity and their astral energy element. So maybe they stick to certain groups even if they all belong to the same kingdom.
Then I guess that means we can tell just how many owls we found in each domain.
They seem to be saying something.
Maybe they're thanking us for finding their buddies. Then again, maybe they're telling us that we have more owls to find.
I Queen is protesting that they shouldn't put undue pressure on us.
Maybe he's arguing back that we're the only ones they can actually turn to?
Right. Which is why the Queen is worried about sowing any ill will with us.
We'll do our best, so don't worry, I think.
Can you understand them?
Of course not. I'm just inferring. For some reason, when I hear them talk, that's just what I imagine them saying.
Oh, well, I think you're pretty close to the mark at least.
Well, don't worry about it. We're not breaking our backs over this. I think that was a thank you.
Seems like it, from both of them.
Hoodle seems happy with this. Isn't that nice, Rinwell?
Huh? Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Next petition! Step forward!
My lord, please hear my humble request.
Who goes there? Halt! Is that Magal? The traitor?
Guards! Don't let them get any closer! His Excellency's life is in grave danger! Kill them all at once!
Wait.
Stay back, Your Excellency. It's too dangerous.
Enough. He cannot harm me. Nor, I think, does he intend to do so. Isn't that right, Miguel?
Indeed it is, Lord Dohalim.
I have heard many a rumor about you, but I suppose we'll have more time for those later. You have made some rather interesting friends.
He has something he wishes to show you. We are here to make sure he does.
And what could that be?
Please, my lord, you needn't give these miscreants the time of day. I shall personally...
Silence, Kelzelik. I wish to speak with them. Please, you were saying.
It's what's in there, my lord. Have you ever walked all the way through the quarry, my liege? Right to the other side?
Now that you mention it, I don't believe I have. It's a Danon medical facility of some kind, is it not?
I think you need to see for yourself, my lord. All I ask is that you witness this before you pass judgment upon me.
Then witness it I shall. Kisara, this man is your brother, correct? I would like to ask that you personally escort me while in there.
I should warn you, what lies ahead is fraught with danger. You should all take care and stay on your guard as we proceed.
Danger? What could be so dangerous about it? It's a regular workplace, isn't it?
You'll see. Please, I ask only that you trust me.
Sounds like you all need to rethink your medical facilities around here. Hospitals are supposed to be safe.
Quite. Kisara, let's see what they have to show us, shall we?
As you wish, my lord.
Your strength is appreciated. With you, we can all breathe a little easier.
I didn't realize you held my strength in such high regard.
I meant what I said before. Anyone who tries to fight you will have a hard time of it. How long have you been wielding that enormous shield?
Ever since my first job as a guardsman, our duty was to stop any attack dead in its tracks, then take all that momentum and turn it right around to smash the attacker.
But why bother blocking in the first place? Wouldn't it be better to just dodge the attack and hit back immediately?
Try doing that when you've got someone standing behind you that you need to protect. This shield is a symbol of our conviction as guardsmen. Every time we successfully block an attack, our fighting spirit only grows stronger.
So what you're saying is that, unlike Law, you can actually take a hit.
I'm right here!
This area right here is where the real Heart of Darkness used to lie in Menancia. It wasn't unusual for the holes we dug in this earth to become our graves, and for the stones we mined to serve as our tombstones.
That's right. I can remember it so clearly. I remember how the adults used to describe this place, like it was setting foot in the gaping maw of a monster. But anyway, that's all history now.
It is. All the bloodstains on the rocks, the still air, the constant stench of death. We're very lucky that it's all in the distant past. The smell of sweat and debris still hangs in the air, but at least now the Danans of Menancia can live with joy in their hearts. And it's you that we have to thank for this, Lord Dohalim. We would never have come so far if it wasn't for you.
Magal, why bring all of this up now? What exactly is the point?
I just wanted to remind us. I think it's important that we remember how precious the rights we enjoy under his lordship's grace truly are.
But I still don't get why...
You'll understand soon enough. For now, I simply want you to keep what I've said in mind as we continue our journey.
It's teeming with Zeugles. Are they kept here as some kind of deterrent?
Not that I know of. This is where the spirit vessel is housed, so it's no place for beasts. What's going on? Where are all the laborers?
You're the only one who doesn't seem in the least bit surprised. Perhaps you'd care to enlighten us?
All in due course, my lord. But first, just a little bit further. Once we reach our destination, everything will become clear soon enough.
Fine. As you wish.
I noticed your shield just appears out of nowhere whenever you need to use it, just like Shion and her gun.
Does it use the same Renin transferal technology too? Don't you need astral energy in order to use that?
You do. Obviously, I can't cast arts myself, but I'm equipped with a device that has the necessary energy charged into it. As long as I'm using the device, I can call forth my shield whenever I like.
Equipment charged with astral energy isn't all that rare.
So basically, there's nothing special about Renan technology that prevents Danins from using it?
No. But as you might expect, normally they'd never be given any of it in the first place.
It's not as if just anybody gets to have it here. You need to earn Lord Dohalim's trust before you're allowed access to it.
What makes you so sure he's not bribing you?
Rinwell.
I'm just being honest. It's not normal.
I can understand why you'd be skeptical. However, Elda Menancia truly has transformed and evolved from the sort of realm it once was.
Yes, she's right. And that's exactly why I...
Miguel?
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll explain more once we arrive at our destination.
Wow.
If you're being charged, give me a shout.
Right. Thanks for the help.
Sleep now. First strike! Paired off! Firmament ground!
I can handle it. Denied!
I'm not done. Aim for the right spot for side. Rising Falcon. This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Done. I'll leave it to you. Soda! Talon Hurricane!
I can handle it. Fair enough.
Luna Rondo! Talon Hurricane!
Nothing gets right now. I'm in the groove.
Soda! Double dance!
Glitter Dragon!
Double Phoenix Bang! Talon Hurricane! You're mine! Azure Storm! Double dance! Demon Fang! Eat this! I'll run you through! Azure Storm!
Denied!
Double Demon Fang! Destruction! Hurricane!
Denied!
Truck!
Demon Descent! Flashing Fang!
Last lift off! Luna Rondo! Azure Storm!
Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! We can really make weapons with this?
trash.
Dragon Shell! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon! I'm on Sonic Thrust! Be careful, everyone. This one isn't normal. Start up! Rising! They've got fire!
I'm stuck! Do it! Let us go!
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
All right.
I didn't know you could use arts like that.
Yeah, but still, what's with that smoke and these zoogles around here?
This is...
Be still! Rising Falcon! This one's all mine! Dragon Swarm!
Do it!
First strike!
Are those rocks expanding your way?
Take this! You're finished!
Go for the weak
Ready to
point!
attack! Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
I wonder if I'm as strong as my dad was.
One day I think you'll surpass him.
I wonder when. How long have they been mining this place out?
Since before I was born, or so they tell me. Probably for decades.
That long? I'm impressed the place has never caved in during all that time.
I'm on it! Dragon Swarm! Sonic Thrust!
Lightning!
This one's mine!
Swallow Dance!
It's a duel of the arts!
Rising Rising!
Hear me!
This one's mine! Free! What did they just...
Shion, can you take care of them?
Sooner said than done.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen.
No choice.
Hear me!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
You have to aim for the right area on their back.
Here I come!
Hit him where it hurts most!
Be still! An astral burst?
That's my cue.
Now, in the group!
Shut him down! Demon Fang! Demon Shock!
First aid!
Make your
You're
point!
on!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Everyone hanging in there?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Eat this! Going in!
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Tiger Blade! Swallow Dance!
Rising Wyvern!
Lunar Blast!
It's over!
This one's mine!
Rising Phoenix!
Wait!
I'm on!
One more!
Be still! Rising
Do
Falcon!
it! Eat this!
Any injuries?
Gotta break through!
unstoppable.
Don't get complacent.
I won't forgive you!
The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
Do it! Aim for the... Go for it!
Prepare to crumble.
Do it!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Everyone okay?
No choice.
Primed and ready!
You're mine!
This one's mine! Going in!
Rising Falcon!
Look sharp!
Next! Rising Wyvern!
Crumble! Tiger Blade! Aim for the weak point!
Make it right!
I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life!
Barely a blip on our radar.
This place is a lot more complicated than I expected. Is this the right way?
Yeah.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Dragon Shell!
Going in!
You're mine!
Make it rain.
Going in!
I'll tear you apart! Watch this!
We did it!
Mega Raining Meteor!
Well then, let's keep moving.
Are you on alert for your brother? You needn't worry so much. He's not the type of man to act rashly.
Right.
Out of my way!
She's fury! Do it!
Looks like we won.
Looks like some solid equipment.
Yeah. What's with that shining foe over there?
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret it.
Glimmer tackle! Rising falcon! Waterproof! Next! I'm on it!
Eagle, come on a roll now!
Flaming thrust! Rising
Glacial
falcon!
spear.
Here it is!
Freeze lancer. Eagle fly.
Rising wiper!
Tiger blade!
Slaughter shot! I'm on it!
I'm practically unstoppable.
Right, here goes! I'm on! Here I come! Rising wiper! Take this! Rising wiper! Through escape! Lunar
Weak point.
Rising phoenix! I'm on it! Take this! Here sword! I owe you one.
I need to be stronger.
Gotta break through!
Glacial spear. Freeze lancer.
Soda! You're on! Dragon swarm!
Make it rain!
Look shot! Dragon shout!
Going in!
Next!
I'm on a roll now! Look shot!
Flaming thrust!
That's it! Look shot!
I'm on it! You're mine!
Glacial spear.
Rising wiper!
Right!
Freeze lancer.
I feel sprightlier than before.
Looks like we've arrived.
This is the way to the medical facility, right?
You'll see. Let's keep going.
So there really is an underground lake here. Tell me, where is the medical facility?
It's not here. In fact, it never even existed in the first place.
But I've seen people carried in here with my own eyes. Where could they have all gone?
The answer is right in front of you. You need but open your eyes.
What do you mean?
Are you trying to say that they all drowned in this lake?
No. They're just what you see before you. What's left when matter ceases to be matter. Perhaps the scale is throwing you off. Let me show you what I'm getting at.
What?
No way. It can't be.
So then, this entire lake is...
Yes. All this is the hollowing.
I still don't follow, Miguel. What happened to your hand? And what is this hollowing you speak of?
This is what I wanted to show you, my lord. When a life form's drained of its astral energy, its physical form breaks down completely, a death leaving no physical remains. All that's left is a reflective substance, the only proof that matter once existed at all. That hollowing is the substance that fills this lake.
This whole lake. How many people? How many Danans?
You actually expect me to believe all that? That an astral arts illiterate Danan would know of this unseen atrocity? And that I, a Renan lord, would have no knowledge?
I have one last piece of evidence, Lord Dohalim. This is a fruit of Helgen, the cause of all of this.
What are you doing, Miguel?
Here is your proof, my lord. Proof of the bounds of your knowledge. Proof of the countless Danan deaths under your watch. No, they were not merely deaths. Those Danans were completely erased. And now, the only testament is that lake of hollowing.
Miguel!
Someone close to you is behind all of this. This person is amassing huge amounts of astral energy. You have to stop them. You're the only one who can prevent Menancia from returning to the living hell that it was once before. I beg you, for the future of the utopia you have created, please stop them. Don't let your dream die just as it's become a reality.
Wait a minute, I don't know if I...
Miguel! Miguel! Miguel!
Forgive me, Kisara. I'm sorry. It was the only way I could open his eyes. I didn't have much time left anyway. Please, help our Lord Dohalim to make our greatest dream a reality.
Miguel! Miguel!
Darling!
What is this? His master core's going berserk! Miguel! Miguel!
I know all you want is peace, but we need your help. We gotta get him under control.
Damn! As if he wasn't already strong enough!
Pray forgive me this, my lord.
Tiger Blade! Just get
Dragon
it!
Form!
That rock is huge!
Watch out, everyone! Double demon fang!
There are three rockets!
Tiger Blade!
Armor won't save you!
Tiger Blade!
Now I'm in the groove! That freaking does it! Eat that!
Rising Wyvern!
Far enough!
Sonic Thrust! Burn!
There! Now I'm in the groove!
Where are you going?
Rising Wyvern!
Here's a healing arm!
Look out for the charge attack!
Nothing gets through me. This I swear.
That's it!
On guard.
Now you see what I can do! Roll now!
Rising Wyvern!
Tiger Blade! And tear!
This one's all mine! Burn in hell! Can't move!
No further.
He stopped moving! Get it now!
Please forgive me.
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Away! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Here's a healing arm!
Now I'm in the groove! Take this!
Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
Another
Storm! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! Easter!
Tiger Take it!
Now you see what I can do!
Only get
Rising Wyvern!
Eat this!
You'll pay for that!
Tiger Blade! That freaking does it!
Fury! It's too much! Demon Fang!
New lease on... life.
Here I come! It's over!
No pace!
Sword Ring Alpha!
Going in!
Freaking does it!
Try harder! Rising Wyvern!
Going in!
Nothing gets by.
Try harder!
Ice Tornado! This one's
Demon Fang! Not today!
Tiger Blade!
Here I come!
Watch this! Freaking does it!
Dragon Form! Try harder! Rising Wyvern! Not now! Not ever!
Take this! Here, let me help.
Dragon Swarm!
Tiger Blade! Mega Ray! Lightning!
Now I'm in the groove!
Here, let me help. Plenty left.
This one's all mine! Eat dirt!
Tiger Blade! Here, let me help. Meteor!
Sword Ring Alpha!
All finished with turn down!
Lord Dooley!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
you all right? What was that just now? I understand this is a lot for you to take in, but Miguel trusted you.
Impossible. I have no such power. Truth be told, I never wanted this. I never wanted to be a lord. However, competing for a position in the crown contest was required of me, and in the process, I took the life of a dear friend. The life I took and the bloodshed, the hatred that it earned me. It was far more than I could ever bear. But the screams and tears of the slaves, they would reawaken my memories of that day. The memories of my friend's scream and the tears of the one who mourned him. I couldn't take it any longer. I didn't want to remember.
So that's it? That's the real reason you freed the Danans? Just so you wouldn't have to listen to their screams?
Wait. So everything you've done...
Precisely. It was simply to distance myself from all the pain and death, all for my own selfish ends. And if it made everyone happy in the process, well, then that was just an added benefit. Or perhaps I truly did believe in those ideals at one point. But living up to them was never my aim.
Impossible. Your dream of coexistence? The ideals that you always championed? So you're saying that everything you stood for? You're saying it was all just a self-obsessed lie? Tell me it isn't true, Lord Dohalim. Because my brother believed in you in your dream!
Forgive me.
So this is who you really are?
Stop!
Let go! Let me go! Let me go!
It's enough, Kisara!
Let go!
Stop!
I'll tear him apart! I swear
Are you trying to ignore your brother's dying wish? He entrusted you with his dream!
Just kill me. I'm nothing. I am but a shell of a man now. I'm just a pitiful coward who shrank from his duties. I would only ask that you make it quick.
This man... This is the person my brother died for. And for what? For what? I need you to get out of my sight right now. Go, before I change my mind!
Are you feeling any better?
Yeah, a little. Thanks.
What are we gonna do now?
I still have unfinished business with Dohalim.
He's a world away from the Lord Balsef was. There's no need for us to fight him, Xion.
In case you've forgotten,
Guys! I think something's going on outside.
Kisara! There you are!
What's happening?
Kelzelik has started an insurrection. He's driving all of the Danans out of the palace.
What? Has he lost his mind? What about Lord Dohalim?
We don't know where he is, Captain. We thought maybe you would.
No, I don't. I haven't seen him since we were inside the quarry.
Damn. Well, either way, I wouldn't go near the palace. Any suspected Renan sympathizers are being arrested on sight. This whole thing is a powder keg about to explode. Best prepare for the worst.
I guess not all of the Renans here like the idea of coexisting with the Danans after all.
So this is it. This is the real Menancia.
Are you giving up?
On what? This realm is already finished. It perished along with my brother's dream.
That's a shame. And I guess all the people who believed in that dream are on their own out there, aren't they? Not all of the Renan sided with Kelzelik. There's still hope, Kisara. Your brother's dream is only dead when there's nobody left who believes in it. Am I wrong?
You're right. I'm going to the palace. I need to see what's happening there with my own eyes. What are you all doing?
I thought it was pretty clear. We're coming with you.
I appreciate the thought, really, but there's no need for you all to get involved in this.
Dohalim said it himself, right? All of us, we're liberators.
Thank you.
Will things be okay in the city?
I'm concerned about that as well. But for now, let us get to the palace.
Right. We best clamp down on things at the source before...
We have to stop Sir Kelzelik.
Don't you think it's about time you dropped the sir?
He always treated us Danans with such warmth and kindness. Did he have such bad intentions all along? I just can't bring myself to believe it.
Forget about intentions. We should assume he's the one who's behind all these incidents. It's not surprising to me that there are Renans in Menancia who resent Dohalim, but I didn't expect one would be so close to him.
Yes, I suppose you're right. I guess all of us here in Menancia are still some way off from being a truly united realm, aren't we?
Are you going to be okay, Kisara?
I don't know, but I definitely don't want things to end like this. Please, lend me your strength.
Of course. Anyone who tries to oppress others is our enemy, and we'll gladly stand against them. Besides, I want to believe that this realm really can do better too.
The fact the enemy's holding themselves up tells me they're not exactly happy to see us.
Then we'd better go in prepared for... whatever welcome we get.
that actually came out pretty all right, don't you think?
I thought we'd see fighting throughout the city, but it's dead and quiet.
Either Dohalim's allies have been arrested, or they're keeping a low profile.
Meaning the rebels are occupying the palace? Then let's hurry up and kick those bastards out. This place is awfully quiet for a siege palace.
Such a huge place is spooky without all those people here.
They're probably waiting to ambush us.
With so few Renans here, I guess this is what it's like when the Danans are expelled and the ruling minority are all that's left. My money's on them using Zeugles to even the odds.
I don't even see any Danan guardsmen.
The fact that they're not at their stations tells me they really have been driven out. We all swore an oath of loyalty to Lord Dohalim. My fellow guards wouldn't abandon their post lightly.
Speaking of which, where the heck is he?
How could this be happening?
Any idea where we should go in the main building?
Let's try the Lord's chamber.
Worth a shot.
You can bust that wall open, can't you?
Kisara, do you have any idea just what Kelzelik might be planning at the palace?
It's hard to say. I've never seen him use any powerful arts, and I don't think he's particularly skilled with any weapons either. However, I have noticed him accompanied by something strange from time to time.
What kind of strange?
I don't know. I couldn't see anything with him, but I could sense something was there. Probably some sort of Zeugl.
An invisible Zeugl?
We'd better be careful in any case. I'd rather we not find out after it jumps us and tries to rip our throats out.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Now you see what I can do!
My shield?
No shield can stand up to me!
I see one, eh?
Flying freak! Just sit still!
Can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Out of our way!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Barely a blip on our radar.
I think this is a key to the noble room of the castle.
A noble what?
The room at the northern end of this floor. Maybe the release mechanism is in there.
think about it, this palace is way too big for its own good.
Tell me about it. Plus, where the hell were these soldiers at?
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get it.
Tiger Blade! Nothing to do it! Shion, go for it!
Prepare to crumble. I'll punch that gun out of your hand. Fire support!
Freeze Lancer!
You're mine!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
That's far enough!
Bring him down! Armor won't save you!
My shield blade!
Did you see this coming?
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone! Dragon Gem!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
I wonder if we can use this.
So what is Mahag Sar exactly?
One of the 5 realms of Dana. From the sound of it, Kelzelik had some dealings with them.
That's far enough!
Bring him down! Fire support! Big blast!
Good shot! Magna Ray!
I'm going in! Double Demon Fang!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Right, here goes! Demon Fang!
Going in! A freezing storm guard!
Ice Tornado!
I'm a true gun tanger!
Demon Fang!
Piercing ray! I'm all stopped up!
Laser shot!
Shion, go for it! Prepare to crumble!
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I'll do my best!
I'm on!
Make it rain!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Take down their defenses!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Barely a blip on our radar.
An opponent like this should be easy.
Far enough! Magna Ray! Flaming Meteor!
Demon Descent! Flashing Fang!
They really don't give up, do they?
Mine!
Double Demon Fang!
None can escape my
All right. There are enemy forces here, too?
They must be predicting our movements and deploying accordingly.
So they figured we were coming all along, is that it?
Right.
Right. Let's dispose of the trash.
Read your moods like a book.
It's almost now. Then I'll split it open. Be my guest. Hey, who you are? You're mine.
Tiger Blade.
Slash the duck.
Nicely done.
Choice. Engaging!
Now you see what I can do!
Alpha!
Savage! What a Tiger Blade!
Azure Storm! Demon Fang! River!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Everybody okay?
We're all right, Alphen. Is that some kind of note the rebels left?
Hey, it mentions the release mechanism we're looking for, but
This isn't enough to go on.
No backing down! Bring him down! Fire support! Make it rain!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Gravitas field!
Don't like you talking it out!
Rising Phoenix!
Take it! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life! There's always room for improvement.
Look, another note from the rebels.
If we combine it with the note we found before, then... There should be a key inside a cabinet in the office.
Great. Let's see if we can find it. Even if Danans and Renans aren't on completely equal footing, here, both sides still cared about each other. And now we have to fight some of those same Renans inside the palace.
Don't forget, we're here fighting.
No choice. On my lord!
won't save you! Support! Showdown between blade and fist.
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Did that finally get rid of the wall?
To think they would hide it in Lord Dohalim's personal quarters. The nerve of these people.
They won't get away with it for much longer.
That's right. We have to hurry to the Lord's chamber. Let's go.
Well, well, if it isn't the slaves and the traitor. I don't remember giving you permission to enter the palace.
So it's true. You really are the one behind all this, Kelzelik.
I don't remember giving you permission to speak either. Know your place, slave.
Now we see his true colors.
Yeah, a despicable excuse for a human being. Though really, I guess that makes him pretty ordinary, huh?
Kelzelik, you were Lord Dohalim's most trusted advisor. His closest ally. Why would you betray him?
Don't be a fool. I didn't serve him because I wanted to. I expect a mere slave would know, but there are many powerful contenders for the position of Lord. A contest of strength determines the one who will be Lord and undisputed ruler of a realm. There is no choice in the selection. If my master had any ambitions of becoming the sovereign, I would have gladly served him.
But he had no intention of fighting for the crown.
Indeed. Can you slaves even imagine how that looked to the rest of us? Enduring the whims of an ambitionless lord, all we could do was wait for the end as we suffered through our humiliation.
You want suffering? Try being Danon for a day.
So you plotted against Lord Dohalim in secret. And when my brother found out...
And I would do it all again if it meant returning Menancia to its rightful state! A realm where Danans are slaves and Renans their masters. It's the natural order.
Enough! Who are you to decide what is natural or rightful, traitor? Miguel, my brother, he dreamed of building a world free of suffering. He gave his life for that dream. And all you've managed to build is a lake of death! You killed my brother. And now you'll die for it! My brother's dead because of you!
Why should I concern myself with the passing of one pathetic flame?
Have you no shame?
It can hide itself here and now. Amazing.
Where are you going?
Hit a word.
Here I go.
Ready and rare. Lunar Rondo.
I'm only getting a flare.
It's on. Rising Wizard. Tiger Storm. Demon Fang. Try this. Inferno Turret.
Tiger Blade.
Take this. Sonic Thrust.
It
vanished again?
Listen carefully and keep your eyes peeled.
Erosion Fury. Pierce through. Take this. It's over.
Ready and rare.
Rising Phoenix.
It's weakened.
You hear it now. This ends now.
That's it.
Now you see what I can do.
Do it! Law, I'll stop your movement.
And I'll stop your life.
Dragon Shot. Not today.
It's in the sky. It's mine. Tiger Blade.
Reinforcements incoming. Not a problem.
Burning Blast. Crush.
Tiger Blade. Cyan is. I'm all stopped up.
Here comes something big.
Try to dodge.
This one keeps charging us.
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Good.
Deny.
Leave it to you. You're finished.
I feel so hot.
You should sit this one out.
And miss all the fun. No way. Falling storm. This one's mine.
Now I'm in. Almost there.
Or close enough. Take it away, Law.
I thought you'd never ask.
Rip it there.
Take this.
Ray.
Alpha.
Searing
It's
Blade.
on.
Reload.
Burn.
Here's a healing art. First aid.
Dragon Swarm. Sonic Thrust.
I'm only getting searing. Hear me. Flame of
Demon
Fury.
Fang. Now, while it's really
Take it
Got
down.
your name on him.
This one's mine.
Erosion Fury.
Another one.
Here's a healing shot. Rising Wyvern.
Tiger Blade. Pick you up.
Take that.
Double Demon Fang. Kisara. Commander of Heaven. Phoenix Cyclone.
You filthy slaves are despicable!
Your dreams of attaining lordship are no more. Give up, Kelzelik.
Attaining lordship! Ridiculous! Only those who possess a master core can become a lord. What, did you think just anyone could do it?
But then, what were you trying to accomplish with this? Didn't you betray your lord?
Yes, that's true. However, there are other lords.
Other lords? So you mean...
At last, the truth is revealed.
Dohalim, where have you been this whole time?
Cleaning up. Kelzelik, you've made your last of these.
The fruit of Helgen?
It can't be. You found my production facility?
Correct. And I tore it down. But something still troubles me. It's clear that this is no ordinary fruit. Nor was the equipment used to grow it. You couldn't have done all this without outside assistance. Indeed, something like this must have come from another realm. Tsar, perhaps?
You actually expect me to talk now? At this point, the contest for the crown will be over soon enough, and you will finally receive the punishment you deserve for your weakness.
I've already received my punishment. May this be my final act as the Lord of Elder Menancia. Go to Mahag Sar, Ganeth Horrors, wherever you think you'll find a suitable lord.
Are you all right with this? He killed your brother after all.
He did. But then I thought, he's nothing more than one common, ordinary Renan. He's not worthy of my time or my anger, right?
So after everything, was the dream of coexisting just a dream?
What is that?
Those are the cheers of the brave Danans who overpowered Kelzelik's forces.
Wait, they challenged the Renans?
Indeed. A militia made up of Danan guardsmen, Renan supporters, and of course, the Gold Dust Cats.
Do we have you to thank for bringing them all together?
Regardless of what your original motivations were, your dream of coexistence saved countless lives. And now, those people out there are fighting to keep that dream alive. That's something real.
Be that as it may, they do so now by their own hands. These people no longer need any lord.
Where are you going?
To put an end to the crown contest. So long as its madness persists, peace will remain ever out of reach. I cannot allow it to continue.
The crown contest impacts far more than just the Danans. You're choosing to fight Lenegis and the entire Empire.
I am well aware. However, if I wish to keep this dream from dying, then I have little choice in the matter. Besides, it's the least I can do.
So you're gonna go out there and make that dream real on your own?
You may be decided on your path, but that doesn't make it any less difficult.
Why not walk that road with us?
Pardon?
You heard me. We're fighting to liberate the Danans. You're fighting for the people of this realm. I'd say we're on the same path, really. It would only make sense for us to walk it together.
Danan dissidents, side by side with a Renan lord? Not the least intriguing invitation I've received. An invitation which would only be proper courtesy for me to accept.
I'll take that as a yes.
Hey, where'd Kisara go? I don't see her anywhere.
Maybe she just needed some time alone. A lot's happened.
That makes sense. She did just lose her brother after all.
We ought to keep moving as well. So long as there are lords who draw breath, we have a mission to complete. Kisara's a big girl. I'm sure she can handle herself. We should hurry on ahead to our next destination.
I guess you're right. And it is a lot safer here than it was. What do you think, Dohalim?
I am not sure I have the right to say anything as far as Kisara is concerned.
Fair enough. Well, I, for one, would like to say goodbye if we get a chance. Let's keep an eye out for her as we leave.
What's Kisara going to do now?
I'm sure it's complicated for her.
Where did Kisara run off to?
You don't think she took off after Kelzelik, do you?
No. Miguel entrusted her with his dream. She wouldn't do something reckless like that. Right now, I think she just needs time to think. What she does from here on out is up to her. She has to be the one to decide.
You all arrived here from Cislodia, yes? In that case, you should depart via the south gate, rather than the one you arrived through.
After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Legil?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia, and so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant, and because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right, but in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Eldaman and Sia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renan Lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Menancia Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
What was Kelzalik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shion?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
Do you sense one of your friends, Hoodle?
Mahag Sar. That makes 4 out of the 5 realms that I've visited now.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. Try this on for size.
There! Got you! I can do it!
They astral energy!
Full throttle! Mega Ray! Annihilation! Light here!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I know fine weapon material. When I see it.
Let's see what you've got.
We got the advantage.
Just have to make sure we keep it.
Don't worry, cause Raw's on. Look sharp. Watch this. Come on.
I'm ready!
This could be useful.
it! Impact Claw! We work well together.
Like a finely timed wolf.
This one's got your name on it!
Ash to ash.
Didn't even break a sweat.
There's something in the water. I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
I hope we catch something decent.
Indeed. Hungry bellies are counting on this. Good fishers always keep their cool. Hup. Is this what I think it is? Dagnabbit! It got away. And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara, I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing...
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you, and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Huh?
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
always loved the sound of hammers banging away.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Done. This is sure to give the others some much-needed energy.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Looks like trouble with a capital T!
Together we got this!
Tiger Blade! Undo it! Shion! Go for it! Prepare to crumble!
I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Pesky airborne scoundrel.
Sounds like a job for yours truly! Tiger Blade!
Raging Luma Storm!
Let the marksman handle this! Make your break!
All yours, Kisara.
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Begin! Release the deity! Rising Falcon!
I know fine weapon material when I see it.
All right.
run from my heart. If he slows down, that's our chance. Demon Fang!
Leave the agile to me.
No further! Demon Fang!
The fluidity of your moves is simply incredible.
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah, and the pummeling to me.
Slot! There you are!
Deity! Prepare to be sealed!
I'm getting started! Demon Fang! Triple Demon Fang!
Piercing roar!
Raging Luna Storm! Orochi Fury! Double Demon Fang! I'm ready! Dohalim! In an instant! Impact Block! We work well together.
Like a finely timed one.
Wait still! Rising Falcon! First strike! I'll run you through! I'm ready! Demon Fang!
All yours, Kisara.
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine the sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
I sense a strange power from this.
These guys picked the wrong fight.
Complaints here.
I just noticed none of you other Danons have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danon slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renin doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danon, while the Renins are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danons in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danons in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering in the woods.
Sometimes I would take strolls along here when I wished to be alone.
You always did have a bad habit of disappearing without telling any of us guardsmen.
This one will be difficult to predict.
Dragon Scale! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! I'm gone! Rising Phoenix! Glimmer What's this?
Airborne beast. My
Elusive Lunar Rondo!
Can you take it?
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Did it!
Yeah. Nice technique.
Be still! Rising Falcon!
Make it rain.
Long!
Hey.
Blow them away!
I'm ready.
Lightning Thrust!
What's up? What's this?
Rising Wyvern! Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon!
Wow! Look what I just found.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're comfortable with them then?
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
I'm ready! Wyvern! Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
See that?
That training's paying off! Got fire!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours! Lunar Rondo!
Down. Tiger blade.
I shall ensure. Take this!
Quite necessary when creating weaponry.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable to the last.
You're mine!
Begin.
You're mine!
That's it.
Rising Wyvern!
Elusive deity.
Can you take it? Take this!
Make it rain! Ridwell!
Frozen?
Hammer!
Resonate with the earth. Watch this.
You'll soon see about that.
Piercing ready!
Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Didn't even break a sweat.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable to the last. Stalagmite. Crumble.
I'm gone!
Swallow dance.
I'm gone! I'm ready! Shion!
Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Didn't even break a sweat. Looks like trouble with a capital T.
Together, we got this! I'm on it! Azure Storm! Demon Fang! Ignite!
It's like trying to keep up with a wolf!
These fists have got your name on them. I'm ready. Right here. Light burst forth.
Radiant Genesis!
Bestow thy mystic
I'm gone!
I'll tear you apart.
I'm gone!
Prepare to be. I'll crush you. Lightning reflexes. Tenebrous claw. I'm on it.
Falling storm!
Swallow Blade! Slap!
Time to shine!
Swallow Blade! Try this! Inferno Torrent!
Dazzling spin! Tiger blade!
You're mine! Orochi's Fury! Double Demon Fang! Piston! Storm!
Take this.
Sword Rain Alpha! Radiant Flight!
Make it rain!
This one's got your name on it!
How's that for a kick? I'm getting better, right?
Quite. I'll be relying on your fancy footwork.
Does fancy footwork mean running away like a chicken?
No! I'm even stronger than before.
More Danon runes here too, I see.
What were people even thinking back then? Trying to build anything around here.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable to the last.
You're mine!
Take it. Burn! That freaking does it! Whirlwind connect! I'm surrounded! That freaking does it! Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! I'll face you.
Blue Escape!
Take it. Fury out! Not so fast.
Blow away!
This one's mine.
First strike!
Tiger blade!
Here I come! Dragon Swarm!
Going in.
Pierce through!
Elusive deity!
Demon
I never miss!
Double Demon Fang!
Mine.
Destruction!
Resonate with the
Demon
earth!
Fang!
Stalagmite!
Tiger blade!
First strike!
Take this! Eat this!
Lightning Thrust! Rising Falcon!
Going in.
Resonate with the earth!
Piercing rod!
Demon Fang!
Do it!
All in order.
I'm gone!
I'll tear you apart!
I'm gone!
Swallow dance!
I feel sprightlier than before.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
Rest assured, we have reached the top. It's all downhill from here, quite literally.
So Mahag Sar's just up ahead then?
Indeed. If you look, across this mountain is the Lord's Keep.
What?
Let's see what you've got.
Rising Wyvern!
Swallow dance!
Snake shot!
We did it!
Clear for us a path!
Dragon! Leave the enemy's arc to me!
One more!
No complaints here!
Tiger blade!
Savage roar!
Rising Wyvern! Here I come!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
We did it!
Magnificently done.
Elusive deity!
Rising Falcon! Sonic Thrust! Take this!
Swallow
It's over!
dance! I'm ready!
Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
To achieve
achieve such harmony?
Takes a singular will.
That's my cue.
Shut him down. You're finished.
Then tonight's meal is on you. Good God.
Rising Wyvern! Make it rain! Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
A comfortable win.
Gotta break through! Can't get out of this! Elusive deity! Mirage! Dragon Swarm! Ignite! Elusive deity! Be still! Rising Falcon! Elusive deity! Shield!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes! Raging Luna Storm! Stupid! I'll pick it up! Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone!
Hey, I'm pretty lucky.
Hey, look at that enemy.
It'll take more than that to break my shield.
Dependable to the last.
I'll face you. I'm like bait to them.
Talon Storm! Sword Rain out! I'll finish you here now! Smash it! Do it!
Appreciate
Why, thank you, your lordship.
Make it rain!
And will you lay down your... In an instant! Impact block!
We work well together.
Like a finely timed game.
Snake, wait!
First down!
You're on!
Raging Lunar Storm!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Rising Wyvern! Soda! Hurricane! Mirage! Rip it Elusive deity! Take it!
A new melody.
Rising Wyvern!
This one's
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
Yes, I'm getting stronger!
Care to put that claim to the test?
I'd love to, but I got this thing.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. The abyssal beast.
Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! Rising Phoenix!
What does it?
Dazzle! Elusive deity! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Going in!
I'm on it! Can you take it? Lunar Rondo! Resonate with the Phoenix!
Stalagmite.
First strike! Be still!
Take this.
Rising Falcon!
Watch this.
Sonic Troop! This one's all mine! I'm ready!
All yours, Kisara.
suppose swords have their uses.
The size was a bit much, though.